Hi there, I'm Steve Boyko, and welcome to the Snowy Christmas event in TrainStation 2. I haven't posted a video in a while, so I thought I'd give you an update. We're in the middle of this game, this event, so I thought I'd give you an update on how I'm doing, and maybe you'll get some tips from what I've been doing in this event. So this is an annual Christmas holiday season type event, and here you've got basically three different people who are giving you event tasks, and like any other event, you're collecting keys and coins to use in the shop. So a little different in this event in that you have keys and you also have mistletoe. So there's basically two phases in this event. In the first phase, you are collecting keys, and then later on you'll collect mistletoe, and those get used for different things in the shop. So this event also has an advent calendar. So every day you get a reward. So when you log in, you'll be prompted to open one of these. I've already opened today's here, and you can watch an ad to double it. And so it's going to go for 31 days. So it's basically going to go into the new year at this point, because this is currently December 13th when I'm recording this. Like any other event, there's a reward track. At the bottom, you get these free rewards and watch an ad to double most of them. If you buy the event pass, which I did, you get the top one and top track, and you don't have to watch an ad to double. And you also get an event locomotive, which I did. So this time I chose to buy the event pass. I often don't, but I chose to this time. Little holiday present for myself. So the shop, here's what's in the shop. If you get 1,000 coins by doing the competitions during the event, you will get the Mallard, Christmas Mallard, which it's a nice, handsome looking locomotive. I'm at 400. I may or may not get to 1,000, so we'll see. So far, I've hit third place twice in the competitions. So if I keep that pace up, I'm not sure if it'll. I think there might be enough competitions left. If I can do third place in all of them, I might get to 1,000. We'll see. However, as I said, you collect keys and then later mistletoe. I've collected just over 4,000 keys, so I can now get the Talgo Ski Express. So I'm going to get that right now while you watch. I'll open that sucker and look at that. That's a beautiful locomotive, isn't it? With a big long nose like the Talgo has. And so, yeah, that's a new locomotive for me. And the Summit Mountaineer is one I really want to get. It looks an awful lot like a certain locomotive type that is in the Rocky Mountains, but anyways, it's called the Summit Mountaineer. I would like to have that. The Royal Hudson Arctic is here, which is kind of cool, with a little polar bear on the side. And then you've got the Trax MS3 Winterliner, which definitely looks like a European locomotive. And I look forward to getting all of those. You get the Christmas Square. Like most of these competitions, you get a building, you get another 80 population, you get engine parts. So that's great. And then now down here, you see these guys here are locked out for another 4 days and 22 hours. So those, I believe, you're going to use mistletoe for, which I'm not collecting yet. So hopefully in 4 days and 22 hours, these will unlock, and then we can start collecting mistletoe as well. I expect there'll be more jobs which give mistletoe instead of keys. And then here you have a Santa's Cottage, which only gives you 10 population. So this is obviously a short run for the mistletoe. So that's that. Let's have a quick look at the map. So the map is down here. Snowy Christmas. And tick, tick, there it is. So we've got a ski run here, a couple of ski runs. Of course, lots of trains. And there's two different materials here: die factory and a spinning mill. And then you use your factory in your station to make other materials that you ship. So for example, right now they want me to ship some steel, some sweaters, and some toy trains. So that's these two things are things you make in the factory. These you've always been making. And then here, as you see, you get these keys. You get EPs, which move you along the reward track, and experience points. There's also these floating things that are around here, like these things. They give you a little bit. They're like the whistles at the event factory. And if you look really closely, you'll see there's actually a reindeer underneath it. See here? instead of a person. If you look at the whistles closely in your station, there's a person walking around that blows the whistle. Here, there's a reindeer. So if I click him, then he does a little jump and disappears. It's kind of cute. I like that. And then this one, you click. If you click it, you can watch an ad to get a gem. So I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's the map. It's pretty cool. As you like all the TrainStation maps, as you go on and complete jobs, more things appear. And at the end, if you finish them all, then you're gonna have a completed map, which is kind of cool to watch the evolution. You can see there's a new job that's going to unlock in 13 days from this dude with the Lady Diana hair, and that obviously hasn't unlocked yet, but it will come. So the Pixel Factory has put a lot of effort into this map, which is kind of cool. I like the map. I like the event so far. And yeah, now back to tips and tricks. So I just finished a competition where I ranked 3rd here, and so that's great. So I'm in between competitions. So in between competitions and events, it's a good time to build up your materials again, because usually you deplete all your materials from your warehouse. So you can see here I'm sending my guys out to collect lumber and ore and stuff like that to rebuild things. I'm taking the time to build up my stores in my factories, like here. So I'm refilling these guys, and I'm also in this case I'm also doing the ship trade. I don't always do these during an event because it's a distraction and takes you away from trying to finish the competition. But it's a good time to do it in between. So that's what I'm doing here. This is the factory for the event. So I'm currently making toy trains and sweaters, and these are the other things you can make, skis and handbells. So these factories, during an event, these factories should always be making stuff and keep cranking stuff through. Usually, like if you look at the toy train, it needs these Christmas ornaments, these decorations. So even if you don't want to make these things right away because they take time, you should at least be making these components, which are used to make these things over here. So always be making stuff in your factory, assuming you have warehouse space. And that's the key to all of these events, is to have a lot of warehouse space. So my warehouse currently have 15,300 capacity. I'm at 13,892. So I have a lot of stuff. So you can see here I've got over 500 steel, almost 500 livestock, blah, blah, blah. Lots of stuff. There's a few things I'm really low on, but I try to have the warehouse be about 80 to 90% full before an event. You need to have a little room for these event materials, but I usually want to have it pretty full. I want to have all of these factories all full up, so that I have lots of materials on hand to ship right away. So my trains don't have to wait for things to be made as much as I can. But a big warehouse is very important. So a big warehouse means you've got to grow these buildings. You can see here I've got a big growing collection of buildings that are fully upgraded. They're at level 10, the end of level 10. They can't be upgraded anymore. And I'm using the 5 building rule, which I've used in a different video. I've shown you in a different video on why you want to use the 5 building rule, and basically to focus your efforts to grow buildings up to level 10 so you can park them and bring more out. And so I spend a lot of time in between events growing my population, because more population leads to more warehouses. So I'm just about at the level where I can upgrade my warehouse yet again, and I'm going to keep doing that forever, because a big warehouse leads to success in events. So that is the number one tip you should take away from this video, is grow your warehouse, grow your population to grow your warehouse so you have lots of room to hold stuff. So that's about all I have to say about this event. So far it's been fun. Happy holidays to you over the season in whatever way you celebrate it. I respect all ways to celebrate or not celebrate during this season. So thank you very much for watching, and keep having fun playing this game.